Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and scenarios have arrived. I fully forgot that we were getting an update yesterday and logged onto Twitter and realized that it dropped. So we now have scenarios in the game. This is a video where I'm gonna play through the heartbroken one. I'm also gonna have a quick look at making money. This isn't a video discussing how I feel about scenarios. I've already done a video like that, which I will link either up there or down below. I don't know. I'm a millennial. I don't feel like a boomer though, because I don't know how YouTube works anymore. I don't know what features they take away, but a feature that has been added, scenarios. Let's get into it. As you all saw or heard from a friend in our latest Inside Maxis, we introduced scenarios. So we have two on release. We have making money, money. Please don't DMCA me. This scenario places your sim in quite the predicament by having their bank account reset after they moved into a lot. So this is basically your rags to riches, your legacy challenge. You're started from the bottom, now we're here type scenario challenge in The Sims 4. Very generic, however, you can choose to play it however you feel like, which is a good thing but also a bad thing in my eyes. And finding love after a breakup. Love hurts, love scars. This scenario places your sim right after they've broken up with their significant other. Your sim's task is to find love either by salvaging that relationship that broke apart. Never go back to an ex. If my Aries energy tells me anything, it's I swear if a relationship isn't working out, it's for the best, just leave it, put it in the past and move on. Or finding new love with someone else, which will your sim choose? We also have the Sims Delivery, which is basically just a new way for them to give us like one-off assets like new hairstyles in base game or new furniture, something like that without needing a patch, which is always fun, yay from me. And I do love plants. The plant kit has been confirmed. It is dropping on the 9th. So Tuesday, I'm fairly sure that is. I don't know, I've lost all sense of time. Time is a weird soup. And then speaking on this, Sims community, the one and only Yovan, found that there are actually more scenarios obviously coming to the game. We've got those two on release. However, we have too many toddlers, which I thought was going to be 7 toddlers and an adult sim. It is, however, 3 toddler sims. And basically, can an overwhelmed sim figure out how to give a bunch of toddlers all the attention and care they need to thrive? And for the potential outcome, I think this means that like they get it or they don't, because there's like only one, but we'll see that when we go into the game. Toddlers reach level 3 in 4 skills. Surviving the holidays, 2 sims who hate each other are stuck living due to a convoluted backstory. Hey, that sounds like my backstories for The Sims. Involving some gnomes and real estate scams, and both are too stubborn to move out. Requirement: sims must not be related to each other, and 2 sims who are young adults or older. In the potential outcomes, we have sims are friends without any negative sentiments, or sims are romantically involved as enemies with benefits, which sounds juicy. And finally, we have perfectly well-rounded. Perfectly splendid. Some sims are extremely impressive. They're experts in many topics. So this is kind of like the Super Sim challenge in a way. Definitely feels like it's inspired by the Super Sim challenge. So 1 sim who is a young adult or older. And for the potential outcomes, you have sims complete an aspiration, has 5 friends, and is level 10 in 3 skills. Not as well-rounded as the Super Sim. I feel like it's not quite as challenging, but it definitely gets you on the road. So we have our fancy dancy new button. Would you look at that? We have new scenario. We have making money or finding love after breakup. We are actually, let's go for the making money one first, because I feel like this is going to be super easy. Step 1, move into a new place and start off without a single simoleon. Step 2, do whatever the hell you want to reach those millions. And step 3, become a millionaire. Household funds will be set to 0 after moving in to a lot. So you can either choose to go extreme and have absolutely nothing on your lot, Or you can choose to actually move into a house with your starting funds and then get set to 0. So you may start with the necessities if you want. You can actually start this in an existing save. I got that wrong in my other video. You just can't start it in a pre-existing family. So you have to create a new household in that save, but you can do it. We're just gonna start a new save completely. So my household requirement for this one is apparently nothing. Apparently I don't have any restrictions. I could create whatever household I would like. I randomized his name and his name is Art Burden, and I feel like that's just a great name for having to make 1,000,000 simoleons and starting out with nothing. I have obviously also given him the aspiration of fabulously wealthy because it just makes sense for Art Burden. You are about to be a burden. Welcome to life, Art. Art imitates life. Yeah, that's a good one. We're gonna move him into the little trailer in Strangerville. It did actually say remaining funds, but they've now gone down to 0. Strangerville, get out of here. I just wanted to live here because I think you're a pretty world. You've started a challenge scenario. Check out the scenario panel to the left for more details. You can find more information about scenarios in lessons under the live mode category. I know how to play the game. So here, this fancy dancy corner, which I don't know what's going to happen to this UI when we start throwing a party. Maybe it'll just like extend and it'll be like a tab that you can switch between, maybe. Have 1,000,000 simoleons. Scenario details. So if you click that, it just gives you, once again, a summary. See, I like this. I know I said this wasn't going to be a video about me discussing how I feel because I've already done that. This one still feels weird to me. I would have liked it if you could have chosen how to make it a challenge. For this one specifically, I feel like this is so open-ended. For example, you could cheat to get to 1,000,000. You could try and go through every single career in The Sims 4 to get 1,000,000. You could choose to go down like findable objects routes or like creativity routes, which I like. I like that it's open and you get to decide that. But I feel like the people who are gonna use these challenges the most are people who didn't know that like challenges existed, who aren't part of that side of the wider community and didn't know about these things. And it still feels like it's not really giving you a challenge. It's not really giving you the inspiration. It's just saying like, hey, make 1,000,000 simoleons, which is very generic in my eyes. For example, I could just go testing cheats on, turn on my testing cheats, and then I could go money, and I could go 1 0 0 0 0 0 0, enter, boom. Milestone complete. And then if I go here, aspiration is complete. Rosebud, gain 1,000,000 simoleons in a single household. Scenario complete! Congratulations on completing the scenario. As a reward, each sim in the household has earned satisfaction points, which can be spent at the reward store. You can buy rewards for each sim in their aspiration panel. So let's go to our aspiration panel. I don't know how much we actually got. Oh, we get a little fancy dancy pop-up. Would you look at that? I think it was the 5,000 because that's like a very like rounded sum. So I feel like it was probably that. It took me 37 in-game minutes to do such a thing. God, it took me 37 in-game minutes to read all of that and type in the cheat. I need to freaking get faster on my game. But there we go. We completed the scenario making money. We're a millionaire and we have 1,000,000 simoleons in our bank account. Obviously, that's like a very easy way to do it. I do quite like that you can just cheat these. Obviously, that's a personal preference. The thing is, I feel like with them giving you aspiration points, I don't really use the aspiration store all that much, and I probably use it more than a lot of people use it. Like, I always get always welcome. If I'm doing like a challenge, anything that really helps like promote it in their career, I'll always go for frugal so that they have reduced bills. But the thing is, we aren't getting anything new in here. Like, we never ever really see this updated all that often, unless it's for like paranormal stuff where it makes sense to like add add stuff in that you can get. So it just feels like, okay, if I had done that legitimately and I had put all these hours in, I like how it counts your in-game like time that you've spent doing it. I think that's really, really cool. But if I had put all that time in and I got like 5,000, which 5,000 also doesn't seem like a lot, like that doesn't even get you like one of the best traits that we have in the reward store, but these aren't updated all that much, so it doesn't really feel like a reward in itself. One down, one to go. Finding love after a breakup. A messy breakup is even messier for Sims who live together. True. Is there anything worth salvaging in this relationship, or is it time to find new love? Sims will start the scenario having recently broken up with each other. And then for the potential outcomes, we have a Sim is soulmates with someone they've broken up with, a Sim is best friends with someone they've broken up with, or a Sim is soulmates with someone they've never broken up with. So you can choose to romance someone new, you can choose to like become best friends with someone so you can have that friendly love that you've broken up with, or you can go back to the relationship, which never do. I'm assuming it's gonna take us into create a sim, which I really wish that you could go into like a townie family and do this. I think that would be super, super fun. I've created my sims. So we have two sims who are young adults or older and they're not related to each other. We have Wanda, who is jealous, a cat lover, and hot-headed. And then we have Bonnie, who is high maintenance, romantic, and self-absorbed. All the traits that you want in a relationship together. Sounds like it's gonna be so much fun. Also, if you go up here, you can actually cancel out of the scenario. So if you chose it by accident, if you're not really feeling it once you've made the sims, don't feel like you have to continue with the scenario. You can snap out of it. Oh, okay. I'm already seeing a sentiment brewing, which is exciting. A sim is soulmates. Okay, so these are all the potential outcomes. She is gonna go kick over a bin. Oh, they're in a race to see who can kick the bin over. Right. Ooh, okay. I like this. I will say, I think these scenarios are really, really good. If you are feeling like, I don't really know what I wanted this story to be, maybe you've created a couple of sims and you really want to play them, but you're like, oh, I don't really have any inspiration for them. I don't really know what like their relationship is together. I don't really know which way I wanted to go with them. I think this is really cool for that because you can start a scenario and then it gives you like the relationships. And this is something that we've seen obviously with like the more recent pack releases. The team are definitely trying to add that like lore and add those stories and those backstories to their townies as well. I will say I still do want sentiments to be updated so that they don't disappear if you're not playing with a household, because they put in all this effort and then it's like, well, why did you put that effort in? Because if I don't play that household, they're gonna disappear anyway after like an in-game week. But let's open the sim profile. Terrible match. It's probably best to stay apart. There's a lot of dislike here, like a lot. I also think this is really nice because I don't know if I've ever seen terrible match. There are definitely some like relationship statuses that I haven't seen in the game just because that's not how I typically play. And then we also have broken up. Not all love lasts. These sims are no longer together and they are both bitter about the breakup towards each other. Bonnie can't quite shake some resentment towards Wanda about how their romantic relationship ended. Bonnie might find it unpleasant to be around Wanda for a while. So really, really nice. They also have some moodlets towards each other. They have an angry +3 for like 7 hours from high. Oh, this is from the high maintenance. Oh, this is irrational hatred for the sun, not each other. Breakup blues. A relationship coming to an end is a sad event, so they're both actually angry. She's very angry from breaking up. Dumped. Getting dumped really gets a hot-headed sim riled up. So it definitely takes into consideration your sim's traits as well, which is something we've all given feedback on over the years. Oh, damn. We are arguing. Wanda is yelling, Bonnie is yelling, they're having an offensive conversation. This conversation has taken a turn for the worse. Let's see if we can have this toxic relationship. Don't do this, kids. Do not listen to me. I am not a relationship guru. I am telling you to walk away if a relationship ever gets like this. Ask what Wanda's problem is. Damn, I mean, I think it might just be that you broke up with her, Bonnie. Maybe that's what her problem is. They just want me to do angry stuff. I want to try and get friendly, though. Just let me stew in my bitterness in peace. Some things are hard to forgive or forget, okay? Damn, she really just gave us the cold shoulder. She truly was like, I don't want to talk to you right now. Please leave me alone. I even tried to apologize and she was having none of it. We can give a sarcastic compliment and we can try to flirt. Let's go and try to flirt. Gosh, she's stomping around. Oh, no, she shook us off. She does not want anything to do with us right now. We got an awkward encounter. Oh, bloody hell. She is sat there freaking yawning in my face. She's like, ugh, you're so boring. I don't want to talk about my feelings. Damn, I even tried to find common ground and she was not having any of it. The game really wants me to get angry right now. See, I do quite like this because I'm definitely getting interactions that I've never really played around with. So even as someone who has almost 4,000 hours clocked in The Sims 4, I don't think I've ever had the option to try to chat to someone. Okay, there we go. So we have an event going on. So it does come to like a little tab, which is quite nice. This is what would happen if you had like a party going on or a holiday and you needed to do those tasks. So I do quite like that it's like definitely encouraging me to try new things and see new things that I haven't seen in the game before. This isn't going very well though. Like, they are literally at ends with one another. I have to say, their moodlets faded very, very quickly. So we still have Bonnie feeling sad for the next 2 hours, but Wanda is now feeling fine and is back on the romantic crusade and is currently trying to romance Jess over here a little bit. I don't know how long their bitter about breakup is gonna last. It's probably gonna last at least an in-game Sims week, that sentiments towards each other. However, I do feel like if you wanna play a household past that like week, then it would be quite easy for these two to like get back together. Oh my goodness. Wait, what? There's a fire. How is there a fire? Bonnie! Seriously, this is just a freaking, this is how our love life went, isn't it? I genuinely think she may have set this on fire on purpose to like try and grab our attention away from Jess. Either that, or she was like, I want this to be a representation of our love life together. She doesn't even seem phased. Oh my word. Shades of Schadenfreude? Bitter sentiment towards someone feeling bad. It can be a little gratifying to see someone suffering depending on the someone. Damn, that is quite literally a knife thrown in the back. What the heck? I think having our ex around might be kind of bringing down the vibes a little bit between her and Jess. Jess like keeps feeling it and then like Bonnie enters the chat and it's like, oh shoot, gotta run, you know, time is a ticking, I best be out of here. I do think these are quite fun. I think these are fun one-off scenarios. I still stand by my original opinion. I don't think these are new ways to play the game. I don't really think it changes gameplay all that much. Yes, I've seen some things whilst playing this that I've probably like rarely seen in the game, such as that like trying to talk interaction, which is really nice. If you want to explore these are a fun little time killer. They're also great inspiration, like I said, if you're wanting to start a new game but you didn't really know where you wanted the story to go or anything like that. I also think they're great for people who don't know about the wider community challenges. I think all of those are great points. points. I still don't think this is new groundbreaking content. I think you could have played the game this way obviously anyway. It's a nice way to sort of package up those potential gameplay features, but they were already in the game. They haven't been added because of these scenarios. The only new thing that has been added is the UI and getting those satisfaction points for doing said scenarios. Is there replay value? Yes, I think with obviously having different ways to do these scenarios and having different potential outcomes, I do think there is replayability in them. Obviously, you can continue your household after you've completed said scenario, which I think is a great thing, again, if you get attached to these Sims. I do think it's also really nice that it takes into account like your Sims' traits and how they're feeling. I really like that you can start off with like relationships, because obviously that's something that's really been missing in The Sims 4. I am saying everything with a pinch of salt though, because I don't know how long things are gonna last. Obviously, I've only played a Sim day in this video, so I don't know if that's still gonna be a challenge after, like I said, a Sims week, or maybe even a couple of days if the sentiment then starts to break down, because I don't think sentiments are the best. Like, I don't think they're at where they could be at. I still think that they could go a lot deeper. I still think you could have like resentment towards Sims, because this does feel like it heavily relies on sentiments or relationships and also traits, and those are not sturdy building blocks in my eyes. So I definitely see the potential. I just hope that they continue to like work on these and add personally what I find more interesting, more restrictive ones, more challenging material. If you want to hear more of my thoughts about these, then definitely go check out the video that I did, because this isn't the video for that. This is really just exploring the ones that we've got. I definitely think the Finding Love After a Breakup is more enjoyable to me than like the A Million Simoleons one. Like I said, I just think that one's a little bit too open-ended. I do wish that they had given you an option of like how to reach those millions. Like, you could choose what you wanted to focus on to make your money, because I do think that that would have been a challenge. Maybe even making it so that you couldn't earn money through anything else once you had chose that option. But let me know what you all think. Have you played through these scenarios from the ones that were already in the game files? What do you think is going to be your favorite to play? I would absolutely love to hear all your thoughts and feedback and opinions, and what scenarios you want to see in the future. I think that's where scenarios really could shine. I think that if we can continue to like give feedback on these, so I'm hoping that this is constantly like reworked, things are added and stuff like that. I do think there's definite potential, and I do think that you lot are gonna come up with some really cool little scenarios. I think modders are gonna be able to come up with some really cool scenarios, but I want to hear all of your thoughts. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you all in the next one. Bye now.